Ethan, let's talk first of all on a personal level for this season. I think you're up to 8 goals already, aren't you, as well? Aside from how the team's been doing, for you personally, to step up to this level and already have got that tally of goals and assists as well, how have you felt about how you've progressed and how you've done this year?
I think individually, I thought I started really well. I'm aware that the way the game's progressed, you need to get stats as an attacking player. You need to get assists. You need to get goal contributions in general. But no, I'm really happy. I think over the past kind of month or two, I've been making a lot more runs into the box and kind of felt the rewards and seen the rewards of that. I think that's got to continue. But yeah, for me personally, I've really enjoyed it here. Gaff has given me the confidence I need to go onto the pitch and perform. So yeah, really enjoying it.
What's been the step up to League One been like for you? I mean, it is a different standard. It's probably, I think it's right in saying it's the highest you've played so far in your career. So what has that been like for you, and what have you learned over that time?
I think it's a very physically demanding league. I think obviously you see the amount of games you've had recently. You've got very little time to recover. Sometimes you don't really see the training pitch as often as you probably should. But I think physically it was never going to be an issue. I don't think I'm never going to be a 6'4" big brute. So it's about, I think, speed of thought as opposed to physicality and that type of thing. But and then again, technically, I back myself. So for me personally, it's been good. I still got targets I need to hit for the team and for myself. So yeah.
The manager spoke a few weeks ago, didn't he, before the Wigan game, sitting you down and going through your goals and assists and saying about how you felt, and he talked about your confidence. Is that a big part of your game, and do you perhaps feel a lot more confident now, and that's why we're seeing more goals from you, more assists?
Yeah, I think I thrive off, generally speaking, having thinking about it now, I think I thrive off having the belief of a manager. I think all players do, but especially I feel like attacking players probably more. And I think it's just about giving players the license to have that little bit of freedom within structure, and yeah, obviously you see the rewards of it on the pitch. But again, I think the Gaffer's for me personally, I can only speak about me, but he's been brilliant with me. That pre-match, the Wigan thing was it was quite unexpected. I just got the text the day before the game and said come in slightly earlier to have a meeting and stuff. Didn't really know what it was about, and then obviously it worked. So we've had meetings ever since. But yeah, no, it's been good.
Hat trick every game though. Every time you have
Yeah.
Surely that's got to be what it is. In a broader sense though, has it helped for you again that you've maybe now got Uche and James Wilson who've kind of formed a little bit of a partnership over the last few games, and you're playing, I won't say it's a different role, but they're more or less 2 out and out forwards, aren't they? And that sole responsibility being the number 10 kind of sits with you. So has that helped somewhat that you've kind of got a bit of a relationship with those two now?
Yeah, I think definitely, and I think the way the two play, they complement each other quite well. I mean, Uche's the one, generally speaking, that kind of pins defences back, whereas Willow's in a way similar to me, but he's obviously more of a 9. But you've got to give players like him a bit of freedom, I think, to kind of roam and cause problems all over the pitch. And I really enjoy playing with Willow. He's an intelligent player, so. And then you've got Uche causing carnage up there for defenders who, really don't like facing him. So, for me, it's just about building on the relationship that we've had. I think that's only going to get better the more we play together and the more we train together. So,
over the last month or so, bar the odd game aside, there've been signs that that 3-month period that you had where you didn't win a game has kind of evolved and changed now. As a group of players, do you kind of get that feeling that you've had that experience and come out the other side of it now, and you've learned a lot from that, and which is why you've started to pick up points more regularly?
Yeah, I think we're generally speaking a new group, quite young. We've had to overcome challenges this year, as probably all teams do, but I did feel like even I think it was the Stevenage in the FA Cup game, it felt like we had turned a slight corner. I know we didn't win the game. I think we drew away, but it just felt like a turning point in the season. Again, maybe we were lacking confidence in that spell. I genuinely thought we were still playing well. We're getting very unlucky at times, but again in this game, you make your own luck, and yeah. So it's now about the second half of the season and how many wins we can pick up. We want to beat the points tally that we had in the first half of the season, the second. So that's our aim.
And looking at the game on Saturday, you have Reading, and they're a team who've obviously changed very much from the team you played earlier on in the season. You're going to a place that's a great stadium, but the pressure might be on them because of all the trouble that they're in. When you approach games like that, do you tend to try and think, well, there's something we can exploit? The fans might not be very happy with the way that the setup of the club is, so you can go in there and take advantage of that?
Yeah, I think obviously we always look at the weaknesses of certain teams. I think it's more kind of on the pitch stuff, because I think, listen, it's a very good level. Any team at this level, you've seen, look at the likes of Cheltenham, Carlisle. They always put up a fight. It's never an easy game in League One. So, and as soon as I think you start looking at where teams are in the league, I think it can cause you problems because you potentially maybe underestimate them. Whereas in reality, their backs are against the wall, they're fighting for their lives, so they've got a lot on the line, and they obviously want to win. So we're going into this game like we have done in the previous games recently, where we've done well, and we're trying to exploit their weaknesses, but also play to our strengths.